Hello, hello. Good evening. Happy Sunday. I thought I'd jump on. The kids have just had the tea. And I thought, well, it's Sunday and it's always that day where you're just like, I've got to get all the jobs done. I've got to set the alarm for tomorrow. Like, I don't want to. Like, it's always that weird day of the week where you just think, I don't want to. And it's funny because when I got started in my business, I've always, like, you might have been following me for a while and know my story, but I've always worked full time in an office. I had two kids, 6 and 3, and I was in a position where I'd always done a second job before I had the kids, like bar work for extra money. But like once you've got kids, you can't really do that if you've got a full-time job, because well, for me, I couldn't, because my mum was doing all my babysitting. She was doing school runs, she was doing pickups, she was doing sports days, she was doing everything. And I thought, I can't ask my mum now, can she babysit at the weekend while I go and do some extra bar shifts, like, well, I go and pick up a few shifts. But what was frustrating for me is I was working full time, getting a decent wage, but it was coming in every month and going out the same day. Like my budget was so tight that like my bills got paid, my food got paid, my diesel got paid. And I had like, I think it was about between £250 and £300 a month left for like just other things. And like, yourself, you go in the co-op, you come out, you spent 30 quid. Like it wasn't stretching. And if something broke, what used to throw me off really was, number one, I wasn't getting the maintenance that I should have been getting, so that used to get me knocked every month, because I'd be like, why can't you just pay what you're supposed to pay? And I was fine most of the time, but if something broke in the house, like a washer, a fridge, or like the kids came home with a school trip or something, I would just be like, oh my God, how many months is this going to take me to pay off? Like, I'm going to have to borrow it off my mum, pay her back £100 a month, like, and that then reduced that couple of £100 that I had left over. And it just used to frustrate the hell out of me. So I like started looking, what can I do that I can do from home? And I found like surveys, like shitty surveys that you had to do like thousands to get paid. I seen like a few affiliate schemes, but the pay on those was quite low. It was like only a couple of percent commission, like for whatever you sold. And then I was looking at like brick and mortar businesses, like a salon, all that kind of stuff that needed a massive investment to get started. I always knew I wanted to do something for me. I just never knew what it was. And then I came across this advert, right? Sounds cheesy as, but it was in a buy, swap and sell site, and it just said, looking for people who want to make some extra money for Christmas working from home. So I messaged the girl and I was like, tell me what it is. And she was like, oh, it's like beauty products, like you're just sharing the things that you love and you get paid a commission for it. And there was this other side to it where if you refer people as well, other people who might want to do it, you get paid for that as well. And I'm like, okay. Didn't think I'd be any good at it. I'd never done social media. I wasn't really one for doing videos or selfies or anything like that. So I had all these like fears in my head of like, what if I'm no good? What if people think I'm a knob? What if I don't sell anything? What if I've not got the time to do it? I had all these questions, and I think I asked about 25 people, what do you think? And I got loads of different feedback. Some people were like, yeah, go for it. It sounds brilliant. Like the products look good, go for it. Some people were like, is it a scam? Some people were like, oh, I don't know have you done anything like that before? I got so many different responses. And in the end, I was a bit like, do you know what? I've got a manager job in the day. I can learn new things. I've started new jobs before and I've figured it out. Like, what if I just take a chance on it? Like at the time, it was £70 for me to get started. Like where I am now at pharmacy, you can get started for 20 quid. But at the time when I started in this industry, it was 70 quid. And I was like, okay, 70 quid is a lot of money to me right now, but I would probably spend that on taking the kids to the cinema, like once you've got your snacks and stuff. What if I just do that? be really careful 1 month and I just try. And I started sharing this one product, and at the time it was a mascara. And it was crazy because I remember the day I was in my kitchen. People often say to me like, oh my God, like, what was your most exciting moment in your business? Was it when you earned £1,000? Was it when you earned a trip? Was it this? Was it that? And honestly, the most exciting moment for me might sound really cheesy, but it was that first sale, because I was in the kitchen. My kids were acting feral like they always did at the weekend, running around the house screaming and arguing. I was in the kitchen making a brew, giving myself a little time out, and my phone pinged and someone had bought one mascara. And I got £5 commission for it. And when that £5 hit my bank, I was like, holy shizzle. Like, I've just paid £5, stood in my kitchen with my kids around me, being crazy like they always are. I've just paid £5 making a brew. Like, real, actual money. I don't know whether I just thought it wasn't real, but when that £5 hit my bank account, I was like, wow. Like, I used to do a bar shift as a because obviously I worked in an office during the day, and I would do a bar shift at the weekend. I'd do 4 hours for £25, and I've just earned £5 while I was making a brew. What? Like, honestly, that got me so excited, because I was like, I haven't really even told anybody about it yet. Imagine if I just started sharing the things that I love and telling my friends about it and talking about it, because that's all this business is, really. It's like connecting with people and talking. And I just gave it a go and went all in. Now I started with pharmacy in May, and I've been able to build my business to like double my full-time wage. And I'm doing half an hour to an hour a day. Now, obviously, you might be thinking, oh my God, yeah, but like, can you think I can do that so quickly? I think that because I have been doing it for 8 years and I've learned all of the basics and nailed it down, I can help you shortcut that. You're not going to need to do the 8 years of getting it wrong. Do you know what I mean? I was learning, I was failing, I was learning some more, I was failing, and I just kept going until I got it right. And now I teach my team, like, it's 5 things on social media, and they're super simple. It's such a super simple system to follow that will help you to grow a successful business. Now, if you've got more than half an hour, brilliant. You know, like, you're going to be able to earn more. And this is the thing. I teach everyone this system that you can do in 30 minutes a day. And then if you've only got 30 minutes, you're doing the basics. If you've got more than 30 minutes, you just rinse and repeat it, which is what I do. If I've got an evening where the kids have got like scouts or something, I might do 2 hours. You know, like, my days and weeks never look exactly the same. Some days my minimum is 30 minutes. Some good days I might do more. But do you know what the funny thing about it is? It doesn't feel like work, because it's on your terms. You're working when you want to work, and you're earning whatever you want to earn. And if you're thinking like, I've never done it before, what, like, will you help me? Of course I'll help you, because I was exactly where you are now, like, wondering, can you do it? Like, needing something more but not being sure if you can do it. And I think confidence is a funny thing. Like, you're never confident in something when you first start. When you start a new job, you don't know what you're doing, but you still turn up and everyone shows you what to do, and you ask questions and you learn, and then all of a sudden in 3 months you're confident. And it's the same with this. And the cool thing is, you don't have to do exactly what I do either. You know, like, if you're thinking, well, I'd love to do it, I do need the extra money, but there's absolutely no way I'm ever doing a live. Like, that's how I was. I had no intention of being on social media as much as I am and being on live as much as I am. But honestly, I found that it really helped my confidence. Getting myself to do it started to build my confidence, and it also helped people to get to know me quicker. It's like the quickest way for people to get to know you. And I was like, but the thing is, you don't have to, and you can be very successful without showing your face as well. There are really easy ways to do this without showing your face if you really don't want to. But you can actually, if you want to push yourself, you want to get out your comfort zone, you can do that as well. That's the beauty of it. It's yours, you know, like. So if you are watching this and you have spent loads of money on Christmas and you're wondering like how you're going to pay it off and how nice it would be to pay it off in 1 month instead of like over the next 10, you could do that with this, and it doesn't need to take a lot of time out of your day, and it's actually loads and loads of fun. Like, the girls that I do this with are just phenomenal, and yeah, you've got all the help and support that you could ever need. So yeah, that's why I got started. And if you're feeling a little bit curious about whether this could be for you, just drop the comment "grow" in the comments, and I'm going to send you a really short 4-minute video and some information that you can have a look at. But what I would say is, don't let the fears stop you from doing something that could change your life, because I never in a million years, when I started this in 2016, thought that I would be in a position where I was earning more from my business than I am from my job. Like, I would have said you were crazy if you'd have said that to me. And now it's like normal, and I'm helping other women to do the same. So yeah, just take a chance on yourself. Like, it could be the best thing you've ever done. Right, have an amazing Sunday, whatever you're doing, and I'll see you soon.